Here we have the 3 most common feet for the Pfaff sewing machine with IDT, which is top and bottom feeding systems, and a 9mm stitch width. We have presser foot number 0A, number 1A, and number 2A. These are the, like I say, the most common feet that get used on most sewing machines, or especially on Pfaffs. And they each have a purpose. And when these presser feet are used for their specific purpose, they perform well and give you a very nice stitch. So here we'll go through them a little bit more in detail. So on this presser foot, 0A. And you'll see a 1A and a 2A, the 1A foot and the 2A foot. With the 0A foot, you're going to have the opening, which is 9mm wide for the needle, and you'll have the slot in the back for the IDT, or the top feed. If we turn this foot over and look at the bottom, you will see that this foot is pretty much flat all the way across here. It has a little straight stitch groove there, and it has the cutout for the top feed. And it's clear so that you can actually see through it, and it still holds the fabric down. This is for all of your regular sewing. So if you're sewing with doing straight stitch, zigzag, or overlock stitch, or any of your standard stitches. What I mean by standard stitches, non-decorative stitches or ornamental stitches. Presser foot number 1A and 2A are specifically designed for decorative stitching or ornamental stitching. And this is standard forward motion, where the fabric just moves forward or back, forward and or backwards. All of these 3 feet are for that. They're not multi-directional feet. So on the 2A, we're going to get a good look at this one. If we look on the back side of this foot, you will see you have a cutout underneath here. And so if I tilt this around, you can probably see the relief cut in the bottom of this foot right here. Okay, and what that relief is for a buildup of thread on ornamental or decorative stitches. The reason that's important, if this foot was flat all the way across and you build up a bunch of stitches in here, it would actually lift the presser foot on this side and this side off of your 2 long feed dogs that go down this side underneath this presser foot. So if you lift that off of there, then you're basically making your 2 best feed dogs inactive, because you're lifting the presser foot off of it. It's not going to be able to trap the fabric against the against the feed dogs and feed well. So by having this relief, when you do a zigzag or a satin stitch or any decorative stitch that build up a lot of thread in here, this side and this side of the presser foot, because of this relief, will actually still trap the fabric against the feed dogs, and your stitch will turn out very nice. So it's important when you're doing decorative stitching that you use one of either the 1A or the 2A foot, because they both have a relief. And so I'll show you what the 1A looks like. I'll leave that upside down. And so the 1A, you will see, has that same relief across here, but it also adds this slot for this cutout in the back for your top feeding foot. What that means basically is the 2A foot is going to be for easy to sew fabrics. The 1A is going to be fabrics that you need some extra feeding for, and that's what the top foot or the top feed actually is going to help you. So for example, polar fleece, trying to do decorative sewing on polar fleece, on ultra suede, on naugahyde, on anything that's difficult to sew that you want to put decorative decorative stitching on, you want to use the presser foot number 1A so that you can use the top and bottom feet. So that's the difference. And if you look at all of these feet from the top are going to look similar. So they get confused a lot. I get a lot of people that will use this foot for sewing sheer fabrics. If you use this foot for sewing sheer fabrics, what's going to happen is, because there's a relief in here, you wind up having when the take-up lever, which is the little device on the front inside of your sewing machine that's going to pick up your stitch, when it comes up, it's going to pull some of the thread back this way, which, if it's a lightweight fabric, it's also going to pull the fabric this direction. So it's going to result in a slightly puckered seam if you use this one. So you want to make sure that you use a flat foot, or a foot that's designed for it. And this one is actually designed for all of your regular sewing. You have the small straight stitch groove, and it's flat all the way across, so it's going to hold the fabric nice and firmly down, so you won't get any flagging, which is the fabric coming up with the needle and going back down with the needle, which can result in frayed threads or even skip stitches. So the right presser foot for the right job is what I'm trying to help you with today. We get a lot of machines that come in with the wrong foot, and it's just because they look the same from the top. You know, they're a little bit too similar. If they were different colors, it might be easier. But you can also put colors, you can mark these with colors if you want for different purposes. But remember, this foot, 1A and 2A, are both for decorative sewing. Anytime you go to decorative sewing on your sewing machine, it's going to call for you to use presser foot number 2A. If you use presser foot number 2A, that'll work. But if you're doing it on difficult fabric and you need more feeding, remember, 1A is for decorative sewing. So anytime it calls for 2A for decorative sewing, you can use either 1A or 2A. Okay, hope that helps. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you enjoyed this video, leave a comment down below. And thanks for watching.